Ever wondered what truly goes through a woman's mind when she realizes she's lost you? For high-value men, this insight is critical. Discover the emotions, regrets, and lessons women face when they let go of someone extraordinary, and how this knowledge can redefine your worth and relationships. Let me know if you'd like to tweak it further. When a woman realizes she has lost you, especially if you are a high-value man, it's more than just the simple feeling of missing someone. It becomes a powerful wake-up call. Suddenly she starts to see everything she took for granted. Every trait she overlooked. Every shared moment she allowed to slip away. This realization isn't just tinged with regret. It's the harsh confrontation with the fact that some losses are truly irreplaceable. What she feels in this moment is deeper than you might think, and understanding this can profoundly shape how you move forward. Number 1. The initial shock and denial. The first wave she experiences is a tumultuous mix of emotions, like a sudden storm breaking out of nowhere. At first, she may not even fully recognize this sense of loss because her ego convinces her it's no big deal and that she's fine without you. However, as the reality of your absence starts to sink in her mind, races through countless scenarios trying to rationalize and make sense of what has happened. This shock hits like a slap in the face, an abrupt awareness that she has lost someone significant. It's unexpected, catching her completely off guard, as she never truly imagined you would walk away, or that she'd be left with only memories during this phase. She replays moments over and over, desperately seeking answers to where things started to go wrong. She looks at old messages, scrolls through photos, and revisits past conversations, clinging to details that might bring clarity. While her pride may still attempt to convince her that she's better off, her heart and mind are locked in a silent struggle, battling the rising tide of denial. Each passing day makes it harder for her to push away these memories, which now resurface with even more vividness. The initial shock becomes a wake-up call, a realization that she may have let go of someone with rare qualities that she may never find again. This experience isn't just about missing you. It's about confronting the truth that she might have lost one of the best things that ever happened to her. This first stage is often filled with pain, not just from losing a person, but from recognizing a deep crack in her own perception of herself. She questions her choices, wondering, did I make a mistake? Was I wrong about him? These questions stay with her, mixing regret with uncertainty, creating emotions she can't easily set aside in this moment. She confronts her ego, which once confidently reassured her that she'd be fine. Now that confidence wavers as the truth sets in. Losing you was something she wasn't prepared for, and now she wonders if she'll ever find someone quite like you again. Number 2. The comparison game begins once the initial shock fades. She finds herself slipping into a relentless cycle of comparison. Every man she encounters now becomes a benchmark against which she measures the depth, uniqueness, and impact you had on her life. She may go on dates, meet new people, and try to move forward, but there's an invisible shadow over every interaction. And that shadow is you. Each new person she meets is subconsciously assessed against the qualities you had, qualities she once took for granted and didn't fully appreciate until now. This stage of comparison goes beyond casual observations. It's an exploration into what she truly values and what you embodied in her life when she interacts with men who lack the patience you showed her or the ambition you brought into every moment. She starts to see how rare those traits really are. Memories of your resilience, your calm demeanor during challenges, and your unwavering ability to stay grounded come flooding back, reminding her of their priceless nature. She becomes acutely aware that these characteristics are not easily found in others. As she looks at relationships around her, she begins to draw parallels between the behaviors, attitudes, and principles of other men and yours. When others fall short or respond in ways that you never would have, an ache forms a subtle but persistent void that serves as a reminder of what she lost. This phase is marked by silent regret, as she realizes that not every man can make her feel the way you did. Through each comparison, she learns just how distinct a high-value man truly is. She starts to understand that these qualities go beyond the surface. They are deeper-rooted values and principles that guide choices and actions in this phase. She may even begin to admire your self-discipline, patience, and dedication in ways she never did, before she realizes that embodying such quality is challenging for most people, and this understanding intensifies her regret. Each new encounter and every failed connection only serve to deepen the sense of what she has lost. Number 3, regret and self-reflection. As the reality of her loss takes a firm hold, she enters a period of intense regret. This is no longer a stage where she seeks outside distractions to ease her thoughts or tries to meet new people to fill the void. Instead, she is left to face herself. The regret isn't just about losing you. It's about losing a version of herself that resonated with someone as grounded as you. This stage is filled with deep introspection, where she questions her decisions, actions, and even her values in quiet, reflective moments. She starts to feel the weight of her choices. The little arguments, dismissive behaviors, and moments of underappreciate begin to surface in her mind. She starts to understand her role in pushing you away, and wonders if she ever truly valued you, or if her ego simply got in the way. Acknowledging this isn't easy, as it means confronting her own flaws and insecurities that contributed to the outcome. The regret she feels is not fleeting. It's the kind that lingers and gnaws at her day by day. She may find herself lost in thoughts of what could have been, how different things might be, if she had shown more appreciation, being more understanding, or given the relationship a genuine chance. These painful realizations expose her shortcomings, and the reality that you were the one who truly showed up in the relationship, while she held back. This phase of self-reflection pushes her to confront her emotional immaturity and insecurities, becoming a painful lesson that underscores the importance of valuing someone who treated her well and supported her growth. As she reflects, she starts to see the depth of what you brought, not just as a partner, but as a person of integrity and strong principles. This understanding may lead her to question her own self-worth and what she truly desires in a relationship. It's a humbling moment when she realizes she lost not only a great partner, but also a version of herself that could have grown alongside someone exceptional. Number 4, the desire for reconnection with regret fully settled. She feels an overwhelming desire to reconnect. This isn't just an impulsive urge to reach out, but a profound longing to recapture what she had with you. She feels compelled to talk, to clear the air, and perhaps to apologize for what she once dismissed. This desire to reconnect comes from a sense of unfinished business and the need to address the void your absence has created. It's no longer about pride or ego. It's about finding peace with a decision she now realizes was a mistake. She might try to convince herself that, given another chance, things could be different, that she would do things right this time. This yearning for reconnection is rooted in the realization that you were the one who brought out her better self, even if she failed to acknowledge it. Back then, she'll look back on your actions, your consistency, and your patience, finally understanding that these qualities made her feel seen, valued, and secure. Now she is willing to do whatever it takes to bring that back. The painful truth about this stage is that by the time she reaches it, it may already be too late. You've likely moved on, grown stronger, and built a life without her presence. This realization adds to her regret, as she knows deep down that reaching out might be in vain. Still, the desire persists, not because of what's possible, but because of what she wishes could be, even if that wish remains unfulfilled. Number 5, acceptance and growth. Finally, after all the emotions, regrets, and attempts at reconnection, she arrives at acceptance. This stage isn't marked by complete peace, rather. It is a resigned understanding that some things cannot be undone. She comes to terms with the fact that you have moved on, and that her opportunity to be with someone like you has passed. This acceptance pushes her to grow, to release her old patterns, and to take responsibility for her choices. It is here that she begins to grasp the lessons that will impact her future relationships. Although she may never find someone exactly like you, in this acceptance, she learns to value herself differently and recognizes the importance of loyalty, integrity, and humility. She realizes that what she lost was not just a partner, but also a version of herself that she admired but could not sustain. This stage becomes the foundation upon which she rebuilds herself. It enables her to approach future relationships with a newfound maturity and to appreciate what she has when she has it. Yet there will always be a part of her that remembers you not merely as a chapter, but as a profound lesson in valuing rare and irreplaceable qualities. Number 6. The lingering reminders. Even as she begins to accept that she has lost you, she continues to face countless reminders of what once was. These reminders are not just limited to old photos, memories, or mutual friends. They seep into the smallest everyday moments. A song on the radio that you used to sing along to, a scent that brings back a vivid memory, or passing by a place you once visited together, can evoke a wave of emotions she's not prepared for. Even hearing someone mention in a book you recommended can resurface old feelings. These reminders become a silent presence underscoring the emotional imprint you left on her life. Each time she encounters a piece of the past, she feels the weight of what she had and lost. They are like mirrors reflecting the growth, comfort, and understanding that characterized your relationship. Though she may try to dismiss these reminders as insignificant, their wreck deepens her sense of loss. Each passing moment reinforces the realization that her time with you was filled with unique and irreplaceable experiences. These memories are more than just surface-level interactions. They are moments that shaped her, made her feel secure, and gave her a sense of belonging. These reminders become the ghosts of what could have been following her as silent witnesses to a connection that one meant everything. Number 7. The growing sense of emptiness as she fully recognizes that no new experience or person can replicate what you brought into her life. A deep sense of emptiness begins to settle in. This is more than just loneliness. It's an emptiness born from losing someone who deeply understood her. She realizes there is a void that no one else can seem to fill. It's not just about missing you as a person. It's about missing how she felt when she was with you. The feeling of being seen, valued, and respected in an effort to fill this emptiness. She may turn to various distractions, immerse herself in new hobbies, or even seek out new relationships. However, each attempt to replace what she lost is met with the same hollow feeling. Every new interaction becomes a temporary escape, but the emptiness remains a reminder of the unique bond you shared. It was a bond that went beyond superficial moments and was rooted in true connection and understanding. This emptiness serves as a catalyst, prompting her to look inward and recognize just how much impact you had on her life. She comes to understand that you weren't just someone who passed through her world. You were someone who added depth and meaning. This realization intensifies her regret, making her wish she had cherished you more and held on to the stability and security you provided. Number 8. Realizing the depth of her mistakes in the solitude of self-reflection. She starts to see her mistakes more clearly than ever before. It's no longer about feeling general regret. It's about pinpointing the specific actions and attitudes that led to this outcome. This phase forces her to confront the habits, insecurities, and assumptions that drove a wedge between you two. She recalls times when she dismissed your kindness, overlooked your efforts, or allowed her pride to dictate her reactions during arguments. The realization of her mistakes is humbling. She understands that it wasn't one big moment that led to losing you, but a series of small choices that eroded the foundation of what you shared. Every memory serves as a reminder of how, bit by bit, she pushed you away. This phase is painful, as it requires her to take accountability, something she may have avoided, before she has to acknowledge that the loss she feels is partially due to her own decisions and actions. Through this process, she begins to see that the qualities you possessed, your patience, understanding, and loyalty, were rare. She now understands that her failure to nurture and appreciate those qualities was a significant mistake. Number 9. The desire to improve herself. Following this intense period of self-reflection and taking responsibility, she begins to feel a genuine desire to improve herself. Losing you has become the catalyst for personal growth, as she realizes that the traits and behaviors she once held on to have prevented her from experiencing a deep, meaningful connection. This phase isn't easy. It's marked by discomfort as she confronts parts of herself that she previously ignored or justified. She recognizes the need to work on her communication skills, her ability to trust, and her tendency to let pride overshadow what truly matters. This newfound awareness motivates her to seek out resources for self-improvement, whether through self-help books, therapy, or advice from trusted friends. What once seemed unimportant now becomes essential, as she strives to ensure she doesn't lose someone valuable again. Her desire to grow is fueled by the understanding that if she doesn't change, she risks repeating the same mistakes, while she knows she can't change the past. This phase empowers her to work toward a better future. It becomes a tribute to what you represented in her life, a reminder that high-value relationships demand high-value qualities. She realizes that to attract and maintain the kind of connection she once had with you, she must also embody those qualities herself. And that's the journey she undergoes when she realizes she has lost a high-value man. It's a powerful reminder of the impact you made simply by being true to yourself and your values. If you found these insights valuable, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more wisdom on Stoicism, relationships, and self-mastery. Drop a comment below to share what stood out most to you. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching and stay grounded.